Ciao legends, thanks for tuning in. 4 brands, each with their own unique heritage and 4 different price ranges, each of them bringing out some promising new releases that have left the watch community divided. So I decided I needed to get my hands on some of these pieces to see what the fuss is all about and whether they lived up to the hype. Some disappointed, some surprised me in the best way, but I will leave it up to you to decide what you think. With no further ado, let's start with the lowest end in the price range and work our way up. This year, Oris brought out the Star Edition. This is a 60th anniversary revival of a 1966 original, 35mm barrel-shaped case, domed plexi crystal silver dial priced at $2,300. Worth noting, at 35mm, it's going to feel small for a lot of wrists, but I find it to be an awesome collection piece. Something classic, not pretentious, that sits alongside bigger names without trying to compete with them. I was talking to a friend who was asking why wouldn't I get the vintage piece in the first place, which is a good argument, but this new model gives you that with a peace of mind of a new caliber, warranty and all the benefits of being the first one to wear the watch. I kind of like that. Oris also launched the Artelier Complication at the same time, first introduced back in 1991. This is an updated version of it in a 3 dial options. You can get it in a leather strap for $2,150 or on a steel bracelet for $3,150. I didn't spend as much time with it on this visit, maybe for a future video. It was meant to be a big year for Tudor and it sort of was, but to be honest, I came out of the boutique with mixed feelings. The Monarch first, priced at $5,875. I liked it a lot in photos and in video. In person, something didn't click for me. The California dial, the mix of Roman and Arabic numerals, it's slightly too busy for my taste. Entirely personal. If it appeals to you on paper, I would recommend you go and see it in person before making a call. The Royal is a different story. The new generation feels like a step up and you can see it and feel it when you handle it. I like the 36mm in blue more than I expected, and after I asked them to call me when the light blue dial with the blue indices version comes in for a viewing. I wasn't planning that when I walked in. The 40mm day-day in blue also were better than I'd anticipated. Not a fan of Roman numerals on a dial, so it's a pass, but the overall package is great. The Royal 36mm starts at $3,425, the 40mm at $3,675. The Black Bay 54 in the sapphire blue keeps everything that made the 54 what it is, but adds more variety to the mix. There is one small nitpick though, the bezel color isn't quite there. The dial is so dynamic. You have a deep bright electric blue with hints of violet depending on the light. So against that, the bezel ends up falling a bit flat by comparison. Priced at $4,475 on rubber or $4,725 on a bracelet. And the Black Bay 58 GMT on the new 5-link bracelet. I own this watch and have been on the rubber strap since day one. After trying the 5-link in person, I think I'm getting the bracelet from the service center. I will leave it at that. This one is priced at $5,650. I went to IWC with 3 watches in mind and ended up trying 5. The Pilot's Venturer was first. Bold, clean design but refined and definitely something you don't see every day. What really got me was the bezel. IWC built this watch from the ground up for human spaceflight in partnership with VAST, who are developing the Haven 1 commercial space station. No crown, everything, winding the movement, set in both time zones, is done through a rotating bezel via a patent-pending clutch system they call the vertical drive. Whether or not it's a world first across the entire industry, I can't say for certain, but it's a fresh way of interacting with a mechanical watch. Priced at $28,200. Then the Ingenieur. The new 35mm in blue is stunning to look at. Same specs as the rest of the 35 line and it's priced at $11,200. For my 16.5cm wrist, it's too small. I said this before and I will say it again, I wish IWC had a 37mm option for the Ingenieur. The 35 is a touch too fine, the 40 is a smidge too large, at least for my wrist. There is a gap in the middle that will make a lot of people very happy. With that said, the 40mm is very much front of mind for the sport watch search I've been teasing. That's getting its own series, so subscribe if you want to follow along. And finally, the big Pilot Perpetual calendar, Le Petit Prince. I went in knowing the specs at a high level, the dial and roughly what to expect. What caught me off guard is how it actually sits on the wrist. For a 42.9mm case with a thickness of 14.3mm, the proportions work far better than I imagined. I tried the white ceramic on the white rubber strap and the stainless steel on the bracelet. Both run the IWC manufacturer caliber 82-66-5 with a 60-hour power reserve. This is the first perpetual calendar with a moon phase that can be set both forwards and backwards through a single crown. No corrector buttons, no separate tools, no sequences to follow. To put that into context, on a traditional perpetual calendar, if you accidentally advance the date too far, you either stop the watch and wait for the real date to catch up, which could mean days or weeks, or take it to a watchmaker to have it manually reset. With the Pro Set, you just turn the crown back. It's that simple because the engineer behind it is masterful. Priced at $38,000 for the steel and $41,600 for the ceramic. At Vacheron Constantin, the standout was the overseas dual-time cardinal points, 4 references all in titanium. Each dial represents a cardinal point and its landscape. White for the north, evoking frozen terrain. Brown for the south and the open plains. Blue for the east, where ocean meets sky. And green for the west, inspired by dense forest. I tried the north and the east only on the bracelet, so no sailcloth textured rubber straps unfortunately. I was really impressed by how well polished the titanium was. The sides of the case are so reflective they could pass for polished stainless steel, with the darker color and lighter weight being the real giveaways. An incredible result, as grade 5 titanium is notoriously difficult to finish to the standard. In person, these dials pop in a way that photos don't portray. Between the two I tried, I'd go north. It's also worth pointing out that Vacheron carries the color consistency beyond the case and bracelet, using a dark NAC anthracite style treatment on parts of the movement in the titanium versions. This reduces contrast and keeps the overall look more cohesive and subdued. Priced at $41,000. The American 1921 in 40mm rose gold. Vacheron's rose gold is exceptional. The quality, the warmth of it, and we all know this watch is iconic. But the blue Arabic numerals against the rose gold case create a contrast that feels a bit cold to me. The warm tones of the case and the coolness of the dial are fighting each other. Maybe I would feel differently if my heart hadn't already been claimed by the traditional, but that's a story for another day. Priced at $45,000. One more thing on Vacheron: the knowledge of the team members, the hospitality, the way they run a boutique visit, the presentation. I've not experienced anything close to it from any other brand. Other haute horlogerie maisons should take inspiration from them. Now, I can't wrap up this video without one special mention of a watch I haven't had the chance to see in person yet. The new JLC Master Control Chronometre collection. I already have a deep appreciation for this line, but the timing of this release is particularly interesting given my sports watch search. 3 models, all with an integrated bracelet. The date at 38mm and 8.4mm thick, the date power reserve and the perpetual calendar both at 39mm and 9.2mm thick. The date power reserve comes in steel only. The other 2 are available in steel or rose gold. Prices start from $14,200 and go up to $83,500 for the perpetual calendar in rose gold. The level of detail across all 3 is what you expect from JLC. I keep asking myself why they're not in the Trinity. I've got a viewing booked which I'm thrilled about. Rest assured a video will come right after. We covered a lot today. Drop your take in the comments, I want to know what you thought. Like and subscribe if you're new here, and if you want to know the story behind my latest Rolex Submariner acquired in 59 days, that video is linked right here. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers!